Visuals on the screens of NSA Doval meeting the Russian President Putin, and that's coming in right now. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and Russian President Vladimir Putin are holding a wide-ranging discussion in Moscow and agreed to continue towards implementing the strategic partnership between the two countries. And we are seeing that Doval-Putin meeting has happened. That's visuals coming in first on Republic. So viewers, the visuals coming in where it's a very, very big meeting, very significant meeting happening there between NSA Doval and the Russian President Vladimir Putin. And we believe that these meetings are focused on bilateral and ties, strengthening bilateral ties, strengthening strategic partnership between the two countries. So these visuals coming in. And remember that the NSA, Ajit Doval, has begun his 2-day visit to Russia. His visit to Russia started yesterday on Wednesday. And he is right now meeting Putin in Moscow. Remember that the NSA's visit is coming to Russia in a very important time. To explain more on that, I'm being joined by our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, to help us understand the significance of this meet. Abhishek, bilateral and regional issues are being discussed there. A very important meeting happening between NSA Doval and the Russian president.
Well, yes, there was a bilateral component also where President Putin met NSA Doval, Shivangi, and apart from that, of course, the security dialogue that happened on Afghanistan. There are concerns of drug trafficking emanating out of Afghanistan. There are concerns about Al-Qaeda gathering strength under Taliban watch in Afghanistan. There are concerns otherwise also of the present regime proving to be very destabilizing force in the region, and the consequences are not just for Pakistan and its neighborhood to face. India is also facing, Russia can possibly face, and that's why if you look at the opening comments made by President Putin, clearly suggesting there are concerns. Apart from that, we are told that when the two met, this conversation happened on bilateral component as well. For example, the on-track delivery of S-400 missile defense system. And then apart from that, of course, the overall defense partnership that exists between the traditional strategic partnership that exists between the two sides. And then, of course, cooperation on other aspects. Remember, post the Ukraine war of Russia, it has taken some explaining on the part of India for why we continue to have a very engaging partnership with Russia. But then that also helps in prevailing on the Russians. For example, Prime Minister's direct conversation with President Putin when he said that this is not an era for war. So you need that kind of engagement. But NSA Doval there in Moscow to participate in the security dialogue, regional security dialogue that has taken place in Afghanistan. The important takeaway that despite Pakistan having played a key role in establishing the Taliban regime in Kabul, Pakistan itself is missing from this dialogue. So in that sense, that's an important takeaway. But otherwise, the destabilizing effects of Afghanistan discussed threadbare in the meet. Apart from that, as I said, a bilateral meeting also taking place there between NSA Doval and President Putin, where all areas within the gamut of India-Russia partnership discussed there in the meeting.
Well, thank you, Abhishek, for joining us with all the details. So a very significant meeting happening there between National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and Russian President Vladimir Putin, who are holding a wide range of talks, and especially a lot of talks on bilateral relations.